Now, let me add that I hope those members of Congress that our colleagues visited in May were listening, because there's plenty the U.S. government can learn from the people in this room and the industry we all represent. And if you'll permit me, let me just take a moment to elaborate on the stark contrast between the enthusiasm of our industry, people in this room, and the general uneasiness that unfortunately pervades Washington and much of the country. Now, if you think about it, there couldn't be a more dramatic difference between the pessimistic mood across this land, especially about the economy, and the ebullient mood prevalent in the interactive advertising industry. The sad fact is that there exists today in our country almost a defeatist attitude that is so alien to all that our country stands for. So if you contrast that pervasive negativity with the prevailing attitude in our industry and in this room, where you have a feeling of optimism, a can-do mentality, a sense that anything is possible, and while the overall economy continues to struggle with more than 14 million Americans looking for work, the online advertising business is now growing at a rate of 23%, with revenues in the first half of the year of $15 billion. So while other industries are contracting, we've got job openings for everything from developers and salespeople to CFOs and CEOs. So consider this. 2 years ago, the IAB commissioned a study by Hamilton Consultants and 2 Harvard Business School professors that defined the size and the scope of the advertising-supported internet economy. Now, the study was an eye-opener for many reasons, but most of all for the incredible impact it revealed that our industry has on the broader economy. The online ad industry created more than 1.2 million jobs and contributed $300 billion directly and $400 billion indirectly to overall economic activity in this country. And again, these figures are several years old, so you can imagine what the contribution has grown to today. Now, in light of the continuing growth and success of the ad-supported internet industry and the contribution it makes to the broader economy, is there something the U.S. government might learn from what we've done and how we've done it? Now, the answer, with all respect to our elected and appointed officials, is unequivocally yes. Now, I recognize it's a bit presumptuous to compare a hugely complex U.S. economy that's hundreds of years old with an online industry that's been around for less than 2 decades. But I do think, even as young and evolving as our industry is, we've already got some teachable lessons here. So allow me, if you will, a few unsolicited suggestions as to what a seemingly dysfunctional U.S. government might learn from the people in this room. First, our legislators can learn from us that co-opetition works. Now, many believe our government's biggest problem is that the Democrats and Republicans simply refuse to agree on anything. The other side's the enemy, pure and simple. And any attempt to compromise or work together and put competitive differences aside for the benefit of the common good is scuttled. What inevitably results is stagnation and gridlock. Nothing gets done, and pessimism reigns. Now, our industry is just the opposite. We believe in what we call co-opetition. Sure, we compete fiercely for business, and I can vouch for the fact that our IAB board meetings can get occasionally feisty. But when it comes to the overriding issues like privacy or providing customers what they want, we come together and cooperate. That was the impetus behind the combined efforts that led to IAB's Code of Conduct, and it's the driving force behind all the advertising alliances and partnerships that have emerged in our industry where competitors have banded together to serve mutual clients. So the fact is, co-opetition works, and our political leaders should take note.